I truly do like believe that like anxiety seems to be a bigger issue in our generation, you know? But then again, maybe it's not a bigger issue. Maybe we're just more open about it. What's up, guys? It's Tammy and welcome back to my channel. Today is Thursday, March 14th, and I just got off work not too long ago. I am headed home. Today was a weird day. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad day at all, but I don't know, it was weird. Like, I had moments where I was like really busy, but I just couldn't focus for some reason. I don't know. Well, no, I take that back. I do know, because I am going to Dallas for a wedding, for David's friend's wedding, actually. So I am slightly excited. I think tonight I'm going to, so I have two videos to edit. The one that's probably already up, and then this video. So yeah, gonna be doing that, and then gonna be packing because I haven't packed it all for Dallas, but we're only gonna be there for like 3 days or 2 days, 3 days, 2 days. So it won't take me long for that. That'll be fine. And then David was talking about going out to eat and having a few drinks because we both need them. We do. We need them. So yeah, so I'm off tomorrow and I'm off Monday. So I get a nice little long weekend to spend in Dallas. I'm excited. Going back to where it all started, you know. What I really wanted to talk about in this video is a very deep topic, which I'm not against talking about. I like to be careful when I'm talking about things like this because I don't want to steer anyone in the wrong direction. I don't want people to take my word as like solid and just, you know, go on and do whatever. Like, I'm no doctor, none of that. So I'm mainly just going to be talking about my personal experiences. And, you know, hopefully I can help someone out there if someone can relate or whatever. I mean, that's the whole point of this video. That's the whole point of this channel, really. Like, for, you know, working professionals like myself who just go through like challenging day-to-day things. Like, life is hard, you know, which kind of brings me into this topic, which I'm sure you can see what it's about already, which is anxiety. And guys, let me tell you, anxiety is real. Anxiety is a real thing. Like, oh my gosh. So let me back it up a second. Okay. I have had, or I believe that I have had anxiety for some time now. And by some time, I'm talking since I was a young girl, like elementary school. I didn't even really know that anxiety was like a thing. Like, I've heard of anxiety, but I didn't know it was like a chronic condition, you know? And for those who don't know, anxiety is basically a chronic feeling of, you know, impending doom. Like, you feel like something bad is right around the corner all the time. And it affects, you know, your nervous system, obviously, because if you feel like something dangerous is in front of you, your body starts reacting, you know? It wasn't until recently that I just really thought about anxiety and knew what it was and started doing more research into it and everything. And I was unofficially diagnosed with chronic anxiety, actually. I was diagnosed by a social care worker, which is why I said unofficially diagnosed, because technically social care workers do not have the credentials to officially diagnose you. They can give you basically their best educated guess, but they can't officially say you have anxiety, and you can't officially take that to the doctor and say I need medicine, you know? So that's why I say that. But anyway, I was unofficially diagnosed back in October, I believe. And, you know, I kind of talked to people about it. I talked to my family about it. I talked to David about it. It's kind of been like an on and off thing. I mean, I think even after that, I still kind of didn't take it too seriously for some reason. I mean, I did it first, but then I was just kind of like, oh, okay, whatever. You know, life goes on. I'll get over it, whatever. But I've been noticing that it is increasingly getting worse. After that incident happened at work this week, like, the symptoms, the anxiety symptoms were like at 100. Like, it was, I don't know why I was feeling that anxious, but I was. It was crazy. Like, I was feeling the, you know, the hopelessness, the fear, the, you know, the heart racing, and you know, my mind is racing, and I'm getting really hot, and what else? So many symptoms, like, oh, I couldn't sleep, and loss of appetite. Literally, Monday is when, you know, the incident happened. And you probably saw in my last vlog that I looked at my work email Sunday night, which I shouldn't have done. And that's how I knew that I would be in trouble on Monday, basically. So all Sunday night, I did not sleep at all. At all. No sleep. I just stayed up the entire night. And then all of Monday, I did not eat at all. So I was like, how is it that I am just walking around like a freaking robot or something with no sleep and no food, and I barely feel like fazed by it? It was the weirdest thing. Like, it was a hard time. Like, the first few days of this week, I would probably say I wasn't feeling better till like Wednesday evening. And this happened on Monday. So it was just like crazy, basically. And it kind of prompted me to do this video, because I was like, I can't be the only one going through things like this. Like, I know there's plenty more, you know, people out there who are like me, who are just trying to do the best that they can, go to work every day, follow the rules, and just keep ending up in like traumatic situations where you're having to deal with like heavy anxiety issues. I read somewhere that millennials are called the anxious generation. And, you know, there's lots of causes that people have listed for that. I mean, a lot of people say it's because we grew up with technology, and other people say it's because, you know, our parents who raised us never addressed their mental issues and passed them down to us. A lot of people are saying a lot of different things, right? But I truly do, like, believe that like anxiety seems to be a bigger issue in our generation, you know? But then again, maybe it's not a bigger issue. Maybe we're just more open about it. Because when I think about my mom's generation, she's a baby boomer, by the way. When I think about her generation and like the things she told me about and her friends and how she grew up, I was like, y'all have mental issues that y'all just did not want to address. Like, you know, it's not just us. Like, this is some serious stuff. And, you know, I guess the stigma was bigger back then. You know, you couldn't talk about mental health because it was like taboo. Like, you know, if you were dealing with depression, you were crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. But basically, that is kind of my story, or, you know, a snippet of my story and what I've been going through. Obviously, there's a lot more to it. Yeah, I just really wanted to share this video for people who are either going through the same thing, or maybe people who don't quite understand how anxiety works. Like I tell David, I experienced two types of stages, I guess you could say. The first stage of anxiety, which is more common for me, is kind of like that feeling you get when you're about to go on a scary roller coaster. And you go, you know, you coast all the way up to the very top, and then you drop down, and you can feel your stomach like sink into your feet. That is the feeling most commonly that I have when I'm dealing with an anxiety episode. So it's just like the heart racing, the sweating, the, you know, like feels like I'm having heart palpitations or something. Like that's kind of more common to what I deal with, you know. But this episode that I had this past week, and I've had this, you know, in previous years too, was more like you're home alone at night and you know for a fact that someone's in your house. That is like the equivalent of the feeling that I was having this week, which is why I couldn't sleep and I couldn't eat. I mean, imagine trying to go to sleep when you know somebody's in your house, you know, like it's the most uncomfortable feeling. Both stages really are just the most uncomfortable feelings, especially when I'm trying to like chill and relax and be cool, you know, and I'm dealing with that. Like it's so frustrating, you know, like, and I often get frustrated just like dealing with it, because I'm just like, ugh, go away. Like I'm trying to have a good day. What's happening? So yeah, it's really weird. But I think I'm definitely overcoming it, you know, and I'm taking steps that need to be taken, you know what I'm saying, to help me with this whole thing. I actually recently just found a psychologist that I think would be perfect for me. So I set up an appointment with her, and I'm super excited to meet with her. So we'll see where that goes, and I'll definitely be sure to keep you guys updated on that. I wanted to, you know, end this video on a good note and tell you guys kind of how I get through my episodes. I don't know if this might work for you, but these are just things that I've researched over time and actually practiced and implemented, and you know, they actually work, you know. So I think the first thing that I still struggle with till this day, which is basically, if you're going through an anxiety episode, you have to accept it, which is the hardest thing to do. That's literally like impossible for me, but you're supposed to accept it and literally just let your body go through the episode. So if you're feeling, you know, anxious, and you know, your skin starts crawling, and you know, you start getting chills or hot flashes, like literally you're just supposed to tell yourself, you know what, you're going through an episode, let it happen. And then after that, figure out what the root cause is. What is it that is making me feel this way right now? Let's point this out. What's going on? The second way that I kind of get myself through it is by always telling myself that it could be way worse. It could be way worse. And literally, like, I have to think of the most extreme things to get myself out of it. Like the other day when I was going through, you know, my incident at work, I literally had to tell myself that this is not the end of the world. There are people on the other side of the world who are worried about a missile dropping on their home any second. Literally, I had to tell myself that just to get myself over what I was going through. And once I told myself that, I was like, girl, calm down. Like, what is wrong with you? First world problems, okay? Like, get over it. It's not that big of a deal. Like, I was like literally telling myself, like, you tripping, girl, like, you know. So that, you know, kind of helped me out as well. Another thing that I like to do is distraction. So I distract myself with things that make me happy. And so, sorry, I am pulling into my apartment complex. But yes, I like to distract myself with things that make me happy. So for example, my blog and my YouTube channel with you guys, like all things that just really, really make me happy. And it completely distracts me from like all the negative things going on in the world. That's probably been the best medicine for me so far, which is probably why you may or may not have noticed that I have been very active all of a sudden on this channel and on my blog. I already have a blog post scheduled out for like a couple weeks from now, like, and your girl has not been that consistent since like 2016, okay? And then I started another blog account on Medium. Like, your girl is just on it, you know what I'm saying? Like, but stuff like that, it really like keeps me going, you know? So I definitely would recommend that step. And then the last step that I've taken is basically talking it out, which you can never go wrong with talking it out. Talk it out with your family, talk it out with your friends, talk it out with a doctor, a psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever, just talk it out. Like, there are times where I'll go up to David and I'll be like, David, I don't know what it is, but I'm having a moment right now. And he will literally like sit down with me and be like, okay, tell me about it. What's going on? And I literally just talk it out. Like, I just tell him like, well, I'm feeling like this, and you know, this is what's making me feel this way, and I didn't like how this person did this, and it's been on my mind all week, and you know, like, and then like once we like hash it out and he gives me advice, or you know, he'll, you know, recommend me to go speak to someone else or whatever, it like I feel much better. Like, it's so easy, you know. But I realize not everyone is a talker, so you know, if that's not an option for you, then you can always use the other 3 options that I mentioned. It's hard. This whole anxiety thing is hard. No one said it would be easy, you know? It's hard to try to like talk yourself out of things, or, you know, accept that you're going through an episode and let it happen. Like, it's hard. That's some really hard shit to do. I mean, stuff to do. Sorry. But, you know, we're strong. You're strong. I mean, millennials, we are, you know, I have faith in us. Like, we are some durable, innovative creatures, and I freaking love it. Like, we're amazing. So, you know, I mean, if I can do it, you can do it. I'm no doctor. I'm definitely no doctor. So if you are going through a similar situation like me, or having certain symptoms, please go talk to or see someone, because you know, you want to make sure that like your mental health comes first, always. And with that, that's pretty much all I have for this video. I talked myself all the way home. See? Distraction. You see? I hope you guys enjoyed this video, or at least got some helpful tips from it. Leave a comment down below if you want to continue this conversation further, because I'm definitely open to doing that. I'm open to learning. Like, I don't know everything. I don't know, girl, no. I don't know anything, okay? I'm still just a baby in this world. So yeah, if you have more tips or, you know, more things to offer, please leave them in the comments below. I would like to see some more stuff, because I need some help, okay? Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. And what else? Follow me on my social media, because your girl is popping on social media now. Like, I don't know if y'all seen lately, but I am, okay? Your girl is doing great. Subscribe to my blog, because I'm now active again, as I mentioned before. Yeah, that's it. So until next time, bye guys.